Hi, Nikki here, aka Smurfy161. Just thought I'd share with you my new Smash book, which I'm using as like a diary sort of picture journal with notes in as well. And it was just plain on the front, so I used some twinkling H2O on the front, like a bluey tealy colour, and then put some ribbon down the side, which is from Hobbycraft, and it's my fave. Every time I run out I have to go and get some more. And I've also used some twine from Doocrust and just tied a little bow up the top. I've also written that it's my diary sort of book, and then I've just put like a topper I had lying around, and it says cats have incredible vision but they never see your flaws, so I put that on there because I like cats as well as dogs. And just down the side I also wrote that it was like my, it's a bit too close, diary. So this is my January flip through. So on this page here, to hide where I wrapped the ribbon round, I had all these doggy pictures, like from calendars, old birthday cards. So I did sort of a bit of a mishmash collage there. And then if I move it again, I always leave this bit in because I think it's quite nice to leave that in there. And then yet again I've done some journaling of why I've done it, the age I am, and that it's my Smash book too. And then just to highlight it's a January thing, I've just put like a little tag there and a little butterfly sticker. So on my first page, I'm going to have to turn it this way now. On my first page I got these, I'll put it in a minute, like it was in a calendar thing from Stampin' Up. Originally my idea was to use it in my 12 by 12 scrapbook, and then I sort of changed my mind because when I do my scrapbooking I don't really do a year as such. It's just what I happen to put in there and it goes in. But I have changed my mind now, and I have got a new 12 by 12 album which I will keep just for 2013. So I've sort of got two journaling things of what I get up to in 2013. This one is like the pictures that aren't so good to go in my scrapbook, and the little nicky-nacky things as I call them. So things I wouldn't put in my scrapbook but I want to also keep and journal. So on, sorry, turning it round, making you dizzy now. So this is like New Year's Day that I had at Mum and Dad's house, and I also had my grandma and grandpa there, so it's just like some random pictures of us opening our presents, other things. There's also the jewellery I made and that I also wore that New Year's Day, a little tag off one of the gifts I had. And strangely enough, it's quite funny, I actually made these tags for my grandparents years ago when my grandma used to sell things, so I thought that I'd put that in there. And then there's, oops, pages are sticking together, and then some more pictures of New Year's Day with some journaling. This day was sort of a bit of a mixed day. Hold on, if I go back over you can see it. Sorry, I'm not getting my angles quite right. This page was that I was going to my art and craft club, which is monthly. But before, during the day, I was making up some Flower Fairy decoupage ready for Mother's Day cards. So I thought I'd put that in there and journal about that. And then the raffle tickets, because we have a raffle, didn't win but still good fun to join in, so I just put those in there, and then just some little flowers and pearls for embellishments. This one isn't very much to look at, but I did do some doodling down the side on top of the page, and I just wrote, I was getting a bit stressed about getting my dog and moving house, which is all due to happen, and I couldn't sleep, so I thought if I write about it I'd get it out of the system, be able to sleep, so I wrote about that in there. And then if I go over here, because this is a 2-page one, so I'll start with this page. Mum and Dad come over most weekends, or I go to them, and when we're together we sort of like to play games and stuff like that and have a cup of tea and natter. And you might wonder why the funny light bulb. Well, my light bulbs are always brown. They're those stupid uplighter things. And I can't do them, so I always have to get my dad to do them. And he hates them, so I thought it was quite comical, a angry light bulb. And we also played a game of Scrabble, so I found this picture on the internet. And to say that we had cups of tea, I just found this little sort of funny quote: where there's tea, there's hope. So I just put that there. And then I put on our score sheet of our Scrabble. So that was that. And then on this day was a day out with my friend Claire, and I had to take some Christmas presents back. And so I put the receipts in there from like the refund and what I brought instead. So I got some Calvin Klein Obsession, so I just cut the box up and put that in there. And then on this one we had the first snow of 2013, so I just took a picture, and it's a bit blurry, so yet again it wasn't good enough for my scrapbooking because it was out through my bedroom window. So I just thought, well, I still want to keep it, so I put it in here, and I cut out some snowflake border with a Martha Stewart punch and just added some bling. And then you can still see what was originally on the page, stronger than you think, so I quite like that. And then here I just had a couple of days out, but no pictures I could really put about it, so I just put little notes and used some washi tape. Yet again, Mum and Dad had come over one of the weekends, so I just put the school sheet in there. And I must say, I got thrashed that time by my dad. So next time they're over, I have to win. And this is about a girly day I had. I had to stay in for the boiler man, and I was already having my friend Claire over, who's also one of my carers. And she really likes my grandma, so Mum brought my grandma over, so we had a nice girly day while waiting for the boiler man. So I journaled about that, and then I just found this little image of flowers with smiley faces on, so I just sort of added that. And because we had cups of tea and cake, I found these little wooden chipboard cupcakes and just coloured them in with my pro markers. So hold on. So that is my January page, and I'll just show you quickly. I've started on February, so I've just put the little card in and done doodling. So that's that. I also have to show, well, want to show you, not have to, is last night I started on a mixed media page. So I thought I'll show you that. It's not quite 20 layers. Oh, excuse me, that's my notes. Yes, I'm sad. I do notes for things I remember. So I started this last night, and I'm absolutely dying for spring to come. I'm sick of winter now. So I started off trying to do a 20 layer page, which I got the idea from Jenny Belly or Jelly Belly, I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, and also Lion Paw 55. So I didn't quite get to the 20 layers because by layer 9 I felt I was happy with it. So to start off with, I was trying to do the crackle effect that Jenny Belly had shown, but I don't think I'd used the right sort of PVA or not got my mixture right. So the first layer was like the PVA watered down on top, and then I put some white acrylic paint on top, and because I was getting fed up of waiting for it to dry, I got my heat gun and it just didn't crackle, so I left it overnight, came back this morning, still not crackled. So to give it that effect, I put a bit more paint down and then got a kitchen roll to make it sort of look a bit speckledy. Left that to dry, and then I put some yellow Tim Holtz paint on there and sort of just like did random dots with the blocks you use for your acrylic stamps. Well, I've got a round one, so I just sort of did like round splodges. And then on top of that I then put some more then I put some Mod Podge on because I wanted these strips of paper, and then on top of that more Mod Podge to hold it all down and give it this shiny look, so I quite like that. And I also added this face because it looked sort of, well, I've just bought some new makeup ready for spring, and this was in the packaging, so I just cut that down and stuck that on top. Then I'm really not a drawer, so my drawings are very basic and childlike, I would say. So I just did these 3 little flowers with some pencils that I've had for yonks, so dug those out and just did these 3 little flowers. And I also used, I don't know if you can see it very well, I've also got some watercolour pencils that I got when I first started crafting, and I've been having a bit of sort out ready for when I move, and I came across them and I decided to keep them, so I just did like a little wash down there and a little bit up there. And then because I wanted it to look framed, I used one of my Pro markers just around the edge, and then I've done a bit of journaling on there to say dreaming of spring days and walks, and then I've put the date I did it. So thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye.